As a society, we've probably moved on past the big real estate to make money phase, but I want to encourage you to do real estate investing because it is a very reliable, tried and true way to build wealth, make some faster money, but also accumulate wealth and make steady money over time. So, watch this video to see my 4 tips on how to get started in real estate investing. Hi, my name is Katesi Kajubi. This is Talk to a Millennial. It is a show I started because as a millennial, I felt like there was a lot of information that we lacked and we're out here stumbling, trying to learn things on our own. A lot of things weren't Googleable. So I decided that the information that I particularly knew, that I would have conversations about it. Eventually, I will have other people who know more than me about a lot of other things come on and we'll talk about it. But I just wanted to start with the things that I knew. I've been an entrepreneur for almost 10 years now. The first 8 years, I did real estate investing, wholesale, fix and flip, rental. I did notes as well. Real estate, unlike things like stocks, it's a physical asset. Even if the real estate market crashed, you would still have a house that you can rent, that you can sell, that you can live in. The best businesses solve problems, and quite frankly, everybody needs somewhere to live. There are people who don't have a place to live despite us having more vacant properties than unhoused people, but that'll be a video for a different day. But yeah, real estate is really good. It's really dependable. It is also a really simple business to take part in. By that, I mean the concepts are very simple and they don't really change. Like, you're always going to buy low, sell higher. That formula will always look essentially the same. So, the times may be different. You may have to use different tactics to find the houses, but essentially the way you do the business has been the same since the beginning of time. So, not saying it's easy, but I'm saying it's simple to understand. Before we get into it, I would like to say that in the past year, I have transitioned to doing e-commerce. I have a nail wrap brand called Angela. Angela means nails in Luganda. These are semi-cure gel nail wraps. Right now I'm wearing the color Balloonji. It is a nice pink. You know that that pink, that base pink for a French manicure? This is what these nail wraps are. They are made of gel nail polish. They look like this. You peel them, stick them on your hand, shear them with a UV lamp. You can get 2 sets of manicures from each kit, and they last 14 plus days. The longest I've worn mine is 3 weeks. So if you don't want to get paid to get your nails done, you like doing your nails at home in a very simple and convenient way, and you don't not really good at painting your nails, try out my brand. I'll put it in the show notes. Okay, real estate investing. This is going to be advice that I'm going to have to you as somebody who invested in real estate full time. I did fairly well at it. I did really well at it. Some of it was luck. The time in which we got in was just kind of like a boom, and we got in at the beginning of it. So like, as much preparation as we did and as much education as we did to be ready to participate, I couldn't have created the circumstances in which we got in. We got in 2014, right after the recession was done and things started to climb back up. I just happened to be there. That has nothing to do with anything I did. It just happened to be the time that I read the book finally that my dad gave me 8 years prior. I read the book that year. Me and my partner, we were there. Right circumstances. We were kind of tired of where we were and what we were doing. He was trying to go to nursing school. I was trying to go to law school. We were kind of tired of that. We read a book and we just decided to jump in. And that was the time that happened to be the time when things were kicking off. So, you know, preparation plus opportunity, preparation plus luck, success. So just to be fair, I don't want to just tell you, yeah, go out today and do the same thing. The market is very different today. Although I will say that I think that you can make money in any market. You just need to find a good deal. There might be times with a good deal fewer. You might get more creative. So I just wanted to do that disclaimer because I'm not here to romanticize and just tell you like, oh yeah, do it today and it's going to be the same. It's completely different today how it was. We rode a thing that was going with or without us, and we just happened to be on it at the same time. But we had met people who had been in the business for over 40, 50 years, who have been when things are stuck, when things are down, when things are in the toilet. So you can do this in multiple markets. In any market, really, there's different niches. So just to put that disclaimer out there and just to tell the truth about my situation, the principles that I'm about to tell you are just like regardless of when you're doing it, but I just wanted to tell you the truth because a lot of people will come online or will sell you a course and tell you like, this is just how you do it without telling the truth about their circumstances, why they were probably able to do what they did with the ease that they did, or like the boosts that had nothing to do with them that helped them. So disclaimer, I happened to come in at a time where as long as I did what I was supposed to do, I was going to be all right. I was going to do the thing. To be clear and to be fair, there were people who started at the same time as us who did not have the success we had. You still have to work. But I'm just saying, I'm not going to sit here and act like we also just weren't in like a golden era. The opportunities were crazy when we started. Crazy. And I'm not going to lie to y'all about that. I'm not. It's only fair to tell you the truth about that. Okay. The first thing I want to tell y'all to do is to join your real estate investor association. Before you sign up for a course worth thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars even, trust me, when we first started, people were trying to sell us $50,000 courses and all kinds of stuff that, thank God we didn't have the money to pay for it. Otherwise, we would have paid for it because we were really, really trying to get on. Join your real estate investor association. There you will find a lot of seasoned investors who've been doing this for a long time. They can give you advice on what actual resources you should use. This is also good because it will be in your local area and you want to invest in your local area. That way it will be easy to keep track of the properties that you acquire and manage. I only ever did real estate in my area. I know the people who do it like across the country. I want to be clear, I have no experience with that. I only ever did real estate within an hour and a half of where I lived. So joining my local real estate association and going to real estate meetups to find people who are either having deals, like there were people who you could literally go and they will present deals and you can then talk to them about buying the house. They were money lenders who were there to, once you bought a house, we never bought a house with our own money because we didn't have any when we started. I was like 24. So you need hard money loans or you need bank loans, and they would have bankers there. They would also have people who are looking to partner, people who are willing to say like, hey, I may have money, but I don't want to do all the grunt work. And you as somebody who maybe knew and not have money, but have the time to do the grunt work, you may partner up with those people. There will also be people there who are educators, people who are there to teach you how to properly find contractors, how to flip houses, where to buy the best materials, how to manage your project from start to finish. There will probably be contractors there who are looking for investors to partner with. There will be realtors there who are looking for investors to partner with. So it's like an ecosystem of all of the information and or the people who you will need to do this business full-time or even part-time. If you want to do like a house a year, you want to pick up a few properties for investment here and there, join your real estate investor association. It is a non-negotiable. It's a treasure trove of information. I'm not there to say that everyone there is honest, everyone there is hardworking, everyone there is fair. I'm not saying that. You got to go there and you got to discern. You find a couple of people. We were young when we started. People were trying to take advantage of us. You still got to be, up on it. You still got to have the knowledge on your own. But that is an amazing ecosystem. Everyone who we ever worked with came from that group. When we were wholesaling, we found our buyers there. When we started flipping and doing rentals, we found wholesalers to sell us properties. We found lenders to lend on us. We found a realtor to sell for us. We asked people who their contractors were, because contractors is a whole nother video. My partner managed our contractors. I'll have him come and talk to y'all about how to do that properly. If you're managed a house project even on your own home, that contractors, that could be a headache. But you'll find people who will give you advice and or also maybe recommend their contractors to you. Recommending a good contractor to somebody is really rare, but you never know. Maybe someone will like you enough to give you their contractor or give you contractors that they really like. Because once someone finds a contractor that they like, they want to keep them busy because they've probably been through hell with a bunch of other contractors. So joining your real estate investor association before you buy into any course, before you plug into any particular thing, because the real estate association will probably have their own education that they're teaching you. And this time you're going to be paying $25 to go learn how to flip a house, to go take tours around the city to tour other people's flips. You may find a mentor. Join your real estate investor association. It is a treasure trove of information. So when you go there, have knowledge that you have learned, have your judgment ready to filter through the nonsense. It doesn't mean that it's all correct. It's a magical place. No, but it is an invaluable resource. So join your real estate investor association, number one. Number two, we're going to talk about education. You might be like, Trust, you told me not to buy any courses. How am I supposed to know? There's a book by Jay Scott called The Book on Flipping Houses. Let me tell you something. We spent money on courses. We also got a free course for joining our real estate investor association. I made us a ton of money. But the book on flipping houses, now that I know how to flip houses, the book on flipping houses by Jay Scott is a fantastic book to teach you how to flip houses. That is a well-written, detailed, educational piece. Buy the book. Read the book. When you go to a real estate association, you want to have some knowledge under your belt so you know the words to use. I'm not going to lie. There'll be people who come to the RIA, Real Estate Investor Association, and they're like, I want to learn how to do this. And they may not know what certain basic terms mean. You can't be spoon-fed everything. If you walk into the association and you have some knowledge under your belt and you have good questions to ask, guys, there's such a thing as not good questions. Not good questions are questions that you could have got some information for yourself without depending on another person to get the information for you. Like if you read the book on flipping houses, you're going to learn so many real estate concepts and terms. Now, when you come into the association and you're looking for a mentor, you're looking for someone to partner with, you're not just there saying like, what's the difference between wholesaling and flipping? You're there saying like, okay, I understand that when I'm wholesaling, it may be same day or a less than 30-day transaction. And when I'm flipping, we're going to actually take title to the house and then we're going to spend time improving and reselling it on the market. Are the situations where I would need to borrow money for wholesaling and for flipping? Or is it because wholesaling is the same day transaction, I don't have to borrow money? That is a better question than like, what do I need money for? If you have some information, you can ask better questions and that will make people more likely to talk to you and work with you. Because honestly, I'm not going to lie. Nobody wants to spoon feed an adult. They just don't. And it's okay to be new to something, but that doesn't mean that you have to know nothing about the thing. There are ways to get information about something before you participate in the community. I think the book of flipping houses could teach you how to flip a house. Conceptually, of course, when you start to do it, there are different things that factor in that you can't plan for, like a contractor stealing your money and your materials and leaving. But the concept of it, that book will teach you. You should buy that book. You should buy that book. That book will teach you. Buy that book. That book is better than a lot of really expensive courses that I have seen now that I know how to flip houses. The Book of Flipping Houses by Jay Scott. If you're interested in flipping houses, buy that. My third piece of advice is find a good realtor. Let's get into why a realtor matters. Realtors matter because, one, they sell homes. They also buy homes. They have access to homes listed on the multiple listing service, the MLS. And this is good because you're going to want to potentially put your homes on there for sale. But you may want to buy homes on there for sale. That's great. Currently, you need to have a license to do that. There's some for sale by owner things, but generally, a lot of people like to deal with a realtor. Why realtors are also good is because they deal in houses full time. So the realtors are a treasure chest of information about neighborhoods, what neighborhoods have the best schools, what neighborhoods have certain people in income bracket, what side of the tracks that you want to be on, how much houses cost in this subdivision versus the other subdivision. We had one excellent realtor in this one town that we worked in who was an expert to the point that she told us how to flip the houses. As in, she told us what colors to paint, what types of finishes to put in the house, because she knew what the people in that area who were buying the types of finishes they wanted. And so when we put our house on the market, we were in the top 1% of houses that were most attractive because she made it her business to know exactly the type of houses that people in that area liked. And we sold those houses very quickly, under 30 days each time. That is what a realtor can do for you. The realtors may also know which areas up and coming where you may want to start looking for houses so that you can buy in that area. If this area is really desirable, then it will be easier to find a buyer in those areas. A good realtor is so invaluable. We knew that we wanted to work with a realtor when we could call that realtor, put a map, a literal map, get a map from AAA, put a map in front of them and ask them, okay, tell us what's happening over here. Tell us what's happening over here. Where do the people with the medium income, where do they live? So that I can do my targeted marketing in those areas to try to find homes. If I'm doing rentals, like I want to be in neighborhoods where people really like to live. So that's a desirable place for like maybe this is where people with families live. This area is like heavily in the military, which is a good thing because military is a good tenants. They tend to move a lot, so they tend to rent, and their rent is backed by the government, so it's a good place to rent. So they'll tell you like this area is super heavy for the military. You get in there, a good realtor is invaluable, and of course they can sell your houses quickly. So get a really knowledgeable, skilled realtor. We used to get in the car and drive around with realtors, and they used to tell us like, okay, this area, this is what is going on here. The school district, everyone wants to live in the school district and hear the bounce of the school district. So we get like an actual feel. So get a good realtor. My last personal tip, and this could be different for everybody, but my personal tip for you in real estate investing, what I did, focus on affordability. I know everyone always says location, 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 location. Cool. That is a factor. What I have found though is affordability is probably a higher factor. And we're learning that now as millennials. We can't afford to buy no damn houses. And our rate for acquisition is super low because we can afford it. For the majority of our real estate journey, we stayed in a bracket under $200,000. Majority under. Now I should say we were doing real estate in North Carolina, where that price point is very popular. We stayed under 200,000 because we wanted to be where the majority of the people could afford to buy. There were people who we knew who would do $1 million houses, and that's cool because you can make a bigger dollar amount, but the buying pool who can afford that is way smaller. And I saw the under between 80 and 250,000 actually was like kind of like the recession proof range where there's a certain price point that you're insulated from. The housing market goes down a little bit. The people who can still afford to buy a $150,000 house, even in a recession, they're still going to be people who can afford to buy in that. So we focus in that area. I also really did want to provide like really beautiful homes for middle class, working class Americans. It was personal value of me and my business partner. We come from working class families and we really just wanted to be in that bracket. Typically, you see a lot of some of the finishes like granite or quartz reserved for higher price range homes, but we were bringing like really nice tile to this price point, really nice finishes, granite, really nice light fixtures, really nice shower fixtures. We just wanted to do that because it really is not as expensive. Like the $1 million homes will have the 300 shower head, and it's just like you can get that same kit for the lower end house. Like why can't they have it too? So just as like a personal ethic, we just wanted to provide really beautiful homes in that price range. It worked out for us. We had a lot of good people, a lot of working class families who bought our homes. We're super happy about it. Yeah. So those are my tips if you want to start real estate. If you have any questions or things you want me to maybe delve deeper into, I can bring my business partner on to talk to y'all all about contractors. He's a contractor master, but yeah, real estate investing is so good for wealth building and just like producing income. You don't have to do it full time. That would be real estate. So tell me about different things maybe you want to know about real estate. Maybe we can go into them a bit further on here. Otherwise, see you next time. Shop in Jella. No wraps. If you want to know about e-commerce, product-based businesses, and tips for e-commerce product-based businesses, because now I do e-commerce in Jella, you can watch this video that I've linked here. I give you the tips about how to start an e-commerce product-based business in 2024. All right. I appreciate your time. Appreciate your views. Comment, like, subscribe, spread the word. Thank you.